Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. And today's video, I'm going to give you guys some very good tips and tricks you guys can use to get better with shotguns here in Fortnite. I'm going to specifically be talking about the charged shotgun, some very good tips you guys can use to get a lot better with the weapon, hit more damage, and just be a lot more consistent with the charged shotgun, because it is one of the new weapons added here in Season 3, and it's really important you guys get very good with the charged shotgun, because if you use it correctly, you can do a lot of damage and you can win so many more gunfights here in Season 3. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And we're going to announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to give you guys some tips and tricks with the charged shotgun, show you guys exactly how I use it, and some really good pointers to really think about when you are using this weapon in the game, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, even myself, when the gun first released, I really wasn't the biggest fan of it. I just continued to use the tac shotgun, but after consistently losing gunfights, just getting hit by high damage with the gun, I decided to give it a try and really at least give it a fair look. And to be honest with you guys, it is so overpowered. Like, if you know how to use the weapon correctly, you can hit so much more damage than other players and just be so much better in game, get a lot more wins, and just completely beast on everybody in the game. So I'm going to give you guys a few pointers in which to use the shotgun correctly. So one of the things, you can use this with any gun in the game, but with the charged shotgun is really important, and that is going to be having the correct crosshair placement. So that is probably one of the first things you guys should work on if you find this to be a problem in your game. Now, what I mean by that is if you're rounding a corner, you always want to be looking at about head level, or maybe even just at the chest, because with the charged shotgun, if you have a fully charged shot, you can actually easily hit if you have a blue charged shotgun, you can hit a 120 damage body shot very easily on the other player just by having correct crosshair placement. So that's one of the things that I think everybody should work on. It's not too difficult. It's not like some crazy mechanic you have to learn, and it can be very effective as well. So when you're rounding corners, and also having correct crosshair placement after edits. So when you're rounding corners or after editing, you always want to finish off the edit right next to the other player or right in front of them. That is going to give you the easiest lineup on the other player as possible, because as soon as you finish off the edit, all you have to do is just pull the trigger and your shot is already going to be lined up immediately. Of course, if you use a charged shotgun and you want to charge it up, you might have to wait just a quick second, but it's going to be so much more effective if you work on correct crosshair placements to hit a lot of your shots. It's going to be very effective, and you're going to be hitting way more damage on the other players, because you don't have to go for some crazy flick shot, and in that case, you're more likely to hit like a 20 or 40 damage shot, because you're only going to be hitting just for like 1 or 2 pellets. So having correct crosshair placement can actually, in fact, get you a lot more damage. So if you're hitting, if you're constantly hitting low damage shot with your shotguns, just working on the right crosshair placement after your edits is going to be make or break. And as you can see, it's just so much easier to line up your shots. You're going to be hitting way more damage. Headshots are going to be easier. And just all in all, it's just something that a lot of you guys should really work on. So after edits and after rounding corners, whether you're in buildings or whatever the case may be, is going to be one of the best ways to line up your shot. Now, one thing that's really important as well with the charged shotgun is when you're going for the charged shotgun, you probably don't want to go for this edit right here specifically, unless you're going for a quick shot. Now, the reason being is that you want to get as many charged shots off as possible, because the longer you charge the charged shotgun, the more damage you're going to do. So when you go for this edit specifically here, when you edit the top 3 corners, what you can do is you can basically just hide behind the wall for just a split second, get your charge off, and then jump around the corner. That way, after the edit, you already have your charged shotgun off. It's very difficult for the other player, and the other player that you're going against cannot shoot you if you're behind the wall. So that's why when you're going for edits and box fights, you always want to go for that top corner edit, so that when you're in a box fight or in a close range situation, you can charge your shotgun without having to worry about the other player shooting you, because you're going to be using the wall as kind of your protection. And even if they break the wall, it's going to give you enough time to get your charge off anyway, which means you're going to be hitting for a lot of damage on the other players no matter what they try to do. versus when you're editing on the bottom 3 squares, you kind of leave yourself open for a good second or two, which if the other player already has their shot lined up, they're going to be shooting you first, and they're going to have a really good chance of winning the gunfight. That's why you want to stay away from this edit as much as possible. It can be good if you're just going for a quick shot, but if you ever want to go for a charged shot with this shotgun, you probably don't want to go for that edit at all. And also another problem that I had that I really had to work on as well is when you're going for shotgun shots on a player who's below you, it's working on taking that shot and also catching yourself, because I had a lot of problems like I'm showing here, is sometimes I would try to go for a shot and I either wouldn't place my build or I would just completely mess it up at all. But what you really want to work on is practicing being able to take shots while also catching yourself with your floor. Now the reason you want to work on this specifically because first of all, it's very effective in game, but second of all, compared to the shotgun or the other weapons that were currently, like even the tac shotgun, you have to wait. If you want to get your shot off, you have to wait like an additional like 1/10 of a second before you place your build. So it's kind of like a new muscle memory when you're going for these shots. So that's why this is something you guys need to just practice on. I really don't have any specific tips for this mechanic specifically, but when you're going for shots, whether you're placing a wall or whatever the case may be, you have to wait a little bit longer than what you're used to, because with the pump shotgun it would shoot instantly, but you can shoot pretty fast with the charge shotgun. If you double tap your right trigger, the gun shoots instantly. It doesn't go for a charge and it shoots really quick, and that is something that a lot of you guys could use to your advantage, but you still have to wait that additional like 1/10 of a second before you can place your build. So just working on your timing, working on taking shots while placing walls, and also when you're working on shots when you're jumping, placing floors below you, this is something you just have to practice on. There's not really any specific tips other than maybe just have to get your timing down, but this is something that a lot of players, even myself, struggle with a lot in game, where I'll try to go for a shot and I'll end up just falling down, and it's really, really annoying. And also another thing I want to talk about is going to be the range with this gun. Now this gun has extreme range over any other shotgun that's been in the game, maybe besides the combat shotgun back from, I believe it was like season 9 or 10, was really, really good, and it did a lot of damage from range, but this weapon does an insane amount of damage from good distances. And about the range that you have, the maximum distance you really have with this gun to do really, significant damage is going to be about 3 box lengths away, or 3 walls away. As you can see, I'm about 3 walls away from the other player, and I'm still able to hit 120 damage shot while aiming down my sights with a fully charged shot, and I only have a blue variant of this weapon. And if you go from 4 walls, you'll see you're only going to be able to hit 60 damage. So I would say between 2 and 3 walls is about the distance that you want to be, and about the maximum distance you can be from the other player, where you can still hit a significant damage on the other player. And one thing to also keep in mind is when you're from this distance, or when you're going for a shot with the charged shotgun, if you aim down your sights, you have a much tighter crosshair than if you're aiming down your sights. This wasn't previously true with the pump shotgun, meaning that if you aim down your sights, your pellets are going to be more spread in, and you're going to be hitting significantly more damage with the charged shotgun. As you can see, when I hip fire, I'm hitting about a 105, and I'm pretty much perfectly lined up on the target in front of me. But I'm still hitting about 105 damage with the gun, which isn't bad. 105 damage is really good, but if I aim down my sights from the exact same distance, I'm going to be hitting consistently 160 damage, and this is only with the blue shotgun. So you can hit a lot more range, and also you hit way more damage when you do aim down your sights with this gun. So that is something to keep in mind when you're rounding corners. If you're able to aim down your sights from this range, you're going to be hitting way more damage. Now obviously this is headshots. I'm pretty sure you can hit about 120, maybe 110 from just a body shot from this distance as well. So that is something to just keep in mind when it comes to the range with this weapon, is you probably have a lot more range than you possibly think. And if you want to get the most range out of this weapon, you really want to aim down your sights, and you also want to get a charge shot off from the other player. I didn't do this at all with, just doing a single fire without charging it, but I'm pretty sure you could hit at least an 80 or 90 damage shot from this range as well. So those are all the mechanics and all the tips that I have for the charged shotgun. I really want to make this video because I know a lot of you guys are maybe struggling with this weapon, and it is one of those weapons that is extremely good. As you can saw, it's very good from range. If you hit a charged shot on the other player, you can hit a ton of damage. You can really use this weapon however you like, but there is a few pointers that you really just have to keep in mind, which I explained in this video. So hopefully this video helped you guys out with this weapon. Hope you guys are able to hit way more damage than before. But with that being said, that's where I put it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found this video very helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications because I do stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and you guys will get notified when I go live. Also upload new content every single day, so you guys don't miss out. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I will see you next video.